Mike Tyson is once again making headlines, but this time, it's not for his performance in the boxing ring. After recently suffering a defeat at the hands of YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul, the former heavyweight champion is now facing a new challenge, one that's playing out in a courtroom rather than the ring. A music producer named Ty Fife has filed a lawsuit against Tyson, accusing him of using a well-known hip-hop track without permission. The track in question is Murdergram, a gritty 1998 song that features legendary rappers Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule. According to Fife, Tyson used the song in promotional material for his November 2024 fight, and he did so without obtaining the legal rights to do it. Fife, who claims to have co-produced and co-written Murdergram for the Streets Is Watching soundtrack, says he was never contacted about the song's inclusion in Tyson's social media video. The video in question shows Tyson working out in the gym, hitting the pads, and preparing for his comeback fight, all set to the pulsating beat of Murdergram playing in the background. While the video might have stirred excitement among fans, it also caught the attention of Fife, who saw it as a clear violation of his creative rights. He argues that Tyson's team failed to request permission, didn't negotiate licensing terms, and never offered payment for the use of the track, which remains copyrighted and protected. Legal documents obtained by TMZ Hip Hop lay out Fife's case in detail. He isn't just looking for monetary compensation, he's also asking the court to issue an injunction to stop Tyson from using the track in any future promotions. Fife says the song is not just any old beat, it's part of hip-hop history, and its legacy should be respected. For fans of the genre, Murdergram holds a special place. It was recorded during a time when Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule were experimenting with forming a supergroup called Murder Incorporated. Though the group never fully came together, this particular track remains one of their most iconic collaborations. Fife's lawsuit suggests that the song's cultural importance makes the unauthorized use even more serious. As of now, Mike Tyson hasn't made any public statements about the lawsuit. His legal team has also stayed quiet, and it's unclear whether they plan to fight the case or reach a settlement behind closed doors. Regardless of how it plays out, this legal dispute adds to the recent wave of attention surrounding Tyson, not all of it positive. It also highlights how easily athletes and public figures can find themselves in legal trouble when they overlook intellectual property rights, especially in a digital age where content spreads fast and licensing laws are strictly enforced. For a fighter who has been both revered and criticized over the years, this is yet another moment where his actions outside the ring are just as talked about as his legacy inside it. Even as the legal drama unfolds, Tyson has managed to stay in the news for reasons beyond lawsuits. He recently shared his opinion on another major boxing event that has fans buzzing. In a candid interview with ES News, Tyson weighed in on Terence Crawford's upcoming fight against Canelo Alvarez, a bold move that's stirring debate across the boxing world. Crawford, who remains undefeated with a pristine 41-0 record and 31 knockouts to his name, is planning to move up 2 full weight classes to challenge Canelo for the undisputed super middleweight title. The bout, scheduled for September 13th, is expected to be one of the year's biggest events, but Tyson isn't entirely on board with the idea. Speaking bluntly, Tyson voiced serious doubts about whether Crawford is making the right move. He acknowledged Crawford's talent and hunger, but warned that stepping into the ring with someone like Canelo might not be the smartest decision. "Brother, he can do whatever he wants," Tyson said. "But I don't think it's a good idea. I just don't think so." His concerns seemed rooted in experience rather than criticism. Tyson has seen many fighters take risks by moving up in weight, and while some have succeeded, others have found themselves outmatched, outgunned, or even seriously hurt. The transition between weight classes isn't just about muscle. It's about how a body absorbs punishment, maintains stamina, and handles the power of much bigger opponents. Tyson questioned what Crawford could really gain from taking on such a massive challenge. With a clean record and a dominant presence in his own division, Crawford already has a legacy many fighters would envy. Tyson mused on whether it was worth risking all that just to add another title. What would he gain from it? "I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea," he repeated. The remark wasn't meant to discourage greatness, but rather to underline the risk-reward balance that every fighter must consider. Boxing history is filled with examples of legendary fighters who overreached at the wrong time, and Tyson seems to believe that caution might serve Crawford better than ambition in this case. The fight itself, though, is already attracting massive global interest. It will headline the launch of TKO Boxing, a brand new promotional platform spearheaded by UFC President Dana White. With backing from Saudi Arabia's Turki Al-Sheikh, The event is being positioned as more than just a fight. It's a historic sporting spectacle blending boxing and MMA promotion on a grand scale. The presence of such major figures in sports business has only heightened the stakes. The Canelo vs. Crawford match is being sold not just as a test of skill, but as a defining moment for both men. Fans, promoters, and analysts alike are watching closely to see who will rise, and who might fall short. While Tyson's words have sparked debate, not everyone shares his concerns. Mauricio Suleiman, the president of the World Boxing Council, has publicly praised the matchup. He sees it as a bold step forward, a throwback to the kind of daring fights that defined boxing's golden eras. To him, Crawford's challenge isn't a mistake. It's the next logical chapter in a career defined by courage and excellence. Suleiman has even suggested that the matchup symbolizes the continuing evolution of the sport, where fighters are willing to take risks and push their limits in search of greatness. His endorsement gives the event an added sense of legitimacy and excitement, especially among traditional boxing fans who crave high-stakes drama. For Crawford, the decision to face Canelo is a gamble that could either elevate his name into the pantheon of all-time greats or leave him facing difficult questions if things go wrong. He's already conquered the welterweight division and doesn't have much left to prove there. But in stepping into Canelo's territory, he's entering unfamiliar and potentially dangerous waters. Canelo is no ordinary opponent. He's one of the most skilled and experienced champions of the modern era, and his power at super middleweight is nothing short of intimidating. Crawford will have to rely on more than just speed and strategy. He'll need resilience, patience, and maybe even a little luck.